welcome back to this week's edition of Two Coaches, One Grizz. This is going to be a rapid-fire edition for us this week. We're a little bit excited at the fact that this is our first foray into video streaming. Let's see how this turns out. We may end up posting it on YouTube if it turns out all right. But we're pretty excited. Onward and upward, gentlemen. How we doing? We got the Coach Emeritus on location and God knows where. And should be interesting because all I see is his his cute little turtle shell glasses. So, Coach, talk to us.
Let me tell you, listen, I always start out by praising God. And let me say, I have to once again say that His power in my life. This morning, I was in Boston. I had a 9 o'clock flight to come home. So I could land about 12:30. And then we're going to drive to the West Coast. Something, for whatever reason, I got up early. I got 6:15. My phone goes off. Hey, your flight is going to be late till 12.
Interesting.
So I start running around. I see that there's a 6:05 flight, but I still make that. I run across the airport. I get there. I see this lady talking Spanish to some other guys. So I go, "Déjame hablar en español. Tengo un chance aquí. A ver qué es lo que pasa." So as things would be, I worked it out. I got on the plane. Got home by 10:15. The posse that I left behind back in Boston, they had a 1 o'clock flight. They got put on my 9 o'clock flight, and my 9 o'clock flight isn't leaving until 10:45 tonight.
So you lucked out there, bud.
So there you go, buddy. The good Lord was with me, got there, was able to resolve issues, and here we are.
There you go. Always grateful, and we're glad that you're here with us. Also, unrelated note, we'll discuss this off air. There's some people there that really shouldn't be there that, I don't know if they have administrative titles, but that's another conversation for another day, not for our sports podcast. Anyway.
I have nothing to do with that. I have my hands on my...
Moving along, Grizz, how we doing today?
We're doing great. I love the fact that our Gilski got available just in time because it wouldn't be the same without him. So we always give the grace of God for that. Always. However, it is an awesome experience to finally be able to see each other on a video screen. This is the movement. We're striving along little by little. You got to be patient with us, guys. We're not experts.
Bootstrapping.
We're barely experts at this sports thing, so we're going to get it done. It's going to be fine. But so far, so good. We don't have much to talk about today, but what we do is we're going to get in depth on what we do have to talk about.
Correct. It is definitely the dog days of summer and sports. It's when baseball is at the top of the list, it's light pickings here. But one topic that I would love to hear from our Coach Emeritus is the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Bronny James to the Lakers. And with that, I give you the floor, sir.
A secret to no one. Everyone knows that LeBron estaba palanqueando so he could get the kid. I might play with me. I got to play with the kid. Otherwise, I might not play. He was such a nice guy. Then he opted for agency. So now a little less. They can sign some other guy and give themselves a little fighting chance. So the fat kid with a bad ticker can get on the bench.
Wow.
And score like 3 points.
I do want to note that this is on the heels of him praising God and just absolutely lambasting the poor kid. None of his fault, but by the way.
That's incorrect. The same thing that's wrong. Kid's chubby. He's got a bad ticker. I'm not saying anything.
Well,
I'm not calling any bad name. I'm saying he's cheating on his wife.
Man, if that kid is chubby, man, I'm missing out. I want to be chubby just like that, man.
You're damn straight.
Super chubby.
Give him a chance.
Well, hopefully he's playing a sport where he kind of lose a couple pounds during the offseason.
Heard. Now, here's the thing, right? Yes, he is the son of, one of the top 2 greatest players ever, right? And,
easy.
I think if there's someone to take a chance on, it is him, right? That's number one. Number two, just for the simple fact that I do want to say and laugh in the coach's face when this kid does actually pan. Because let's talk about this. What would be your definition of him panning out? Like, what would be a successful career for Junior in this situation?
If he makes it, a good 10 years in the league, he doesn't have to be obviously the next coming of his father, but if the kid can get in double figures and just be a good player, I mean, I think he has obviously the genes.
Definitely the genes.
He's going to get great coaching from the home, He's going to know everything.
He has no choice but to have the work ethic.
If he puts in the time and the work, why not? The kid can ball. Kid can do something.
My issue, him getting up for 5th pick, with 55th pick, what bothers me is that there's other guys that really were worthy of getting picked in that slot. That kid didn't play. If that guy's a free agent, as long as a free agent, I'm good with that.
There's many people that have been picked even in the top 10 just based on talent. You probably haven't seen them play that much. There's been backups on other teams that they didn't get that much time to shine, but they have what people think is, the future. They're gonna be this certain player. And once again, if you're gonna take a chance on the kid, LeBron's his father. Why not?
That's because, again, his name was John Smith, okay, and was not LeBron's kid, he would not have.
Okay.
You guys are all full of crap.
That's fine. But guess what? He is LeBron's kid, and he got picked. Who cares? Who cares?
Give me a break.
Who cares? That's what you get. You're LeBron James. You get that. Sorry. If you were the father of a kid that had a chance to play in the NBA, you'd do the same thing. That's it.
I think you got to get on your own. Me getting you a job and me putting you along in that job, keeping you in that job, doesn't mean shit.
Well,
at the end of the day,
luckily, he's not just a guy that got a job. He's actually can play the game.
Let's put this into perspective, right? So, Mr. Iberto, our coach emeritus, right, has been an administrator in the education system for the better part of a decade, right? A little bit longer. Been in education for 25 years. If I'm not mistaken, his son was hired by the school that he was a former administrator at. Would that not be the same thought process here? You helped your son get a job?
Push for him to get hired. He applied for the job, and he got hired on his own merits. Not because I was there or because I left. I'm no longer there. He still has a job. So therefore, it wasn't. And I would have fired him for his job.
Listen, I expect nothing less from you there.
That's life.
I think in the grand perspective, this is success for him, right? Like he did get drafted. If we're different name, he probably doesn't get drafted. But at this stage in the draft, it's a ceremonial pick anyway, right? Like how many?
I'm sure everybody who didn't get picked is happy because now all those guys are free agents and can choose wherever they want to play, if they even play. He would have gotten, whether he got picked or not, he would have gotten a chance in a summer league. And if he balls out in the summer league,
he would have been signed.
You know what? That's more power to him.
Yeah.
Great job.
Look, when you get the chance for the hookup, you take the hookup. Sorry. That's the way it goes in life. That's how we do things.
I understand.
And it's gonna be shown out on the court. If the guy can play on the court, he can play. That's it.
Yeah, bottom line. I would agree with that.
We're gonna see it on the court. You can't hide it.
Yeah, but and that's the best part of this, right? This is the beauty of sports. We're gonna find out, right? There's no sugarcoating it, right? We're gonna see it, and it's gonna be the proof is gonna be it, minutes, points, stats, right? And I mean, let's be honest. I don't think we're gonna see a return on this investment, right, in year 1 or 2. But if he is contributing 15 minutes a game, right? 7 to 10 points, couple rebounds, and plays good defense, I think that would consider that a success.
The way the Lakers are at right now, whether they have Bronny on the team or not, they're not going anywhere.
Right. It means it doesn't move the needle.
It's LA. We need to have something to talk about. This is something to talk about. And like I said, it's going to be super cool to see a father-son play on an NBA court, regardless. I just think that's a
It'll
cool
be-
thing.
it'll be
It's
the
a great
first time,
story.
right?
And let's see what happens. It might not work out. Might be a bust, but once again, it doesn't matter. He's the 55th pick. How many other 55th picks end up being a bust? Nobody cares. That's it.
Right.
We're here talking about it because it's Bronny, obviously, but that's it.
And if he doesn't pan out, it's not considered a bust because 55th picks are never bust. Again, it's a ceremonial pick at that point. More, really, if we're really talking about it. Now, what is cool, right? First time in NBA history that you have a father-son duo on the same team. It's happened in other sports. We've seen it in baseball several times. We've seen it in the NHL. Don't think we've ever seen it in football. But NBA, right? And to LeBron's credit, right? This is something that he's talked about since he came in the league in 2003, 2004, right? If I can be in the league long enough to be able to play with my son, like that's an ultimate goal of his. And on that, in a vacuum, I think that's a super cool situation for him being able to realize that goal.
He's also the only person that could do this.
I agree. When you're able to be a ceremonial second pick that averages 4.3 points a game,
This guy.
in Division I college basketball,
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more players at that pick that have scored less points. I guarantee you that.
NBA court.
That's fine.
I mean, he's better off going in as Toronto and going to play.
Well,
Okay,
like I
I
said,
think that would work out best.
it will prove itself out on the court. Now, let's talk about some other news in the NBA that has moved the needle in recent days. Klay Thompson signing a 3-year deal, $50 million to go with to go to the Mavericks, turning down a 4-year, $80 million deal with the LA Lakers. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts here? Does this move the needle? Does this bring the Mavericks closer to a championship? Does this make them better? Are they contenders more so this coming season with everybody else getting better, more mature, right? You got the Thunder coming up strong, right? Obviously, we got Boston in the East. Does this, yes, obviously make them a contender, but does it put them closer to a championship?
They needed this immediate. The one thing they were missing big time in the finals was they had no 3-point shooting. Their 3-point shooting was atrocious. Nobody else but Luka was shooting threes, and he had off days. So if you get the Klay of old that can give you great shooting nights, that's great. He's older. He's been injured. He's not. That's why Golden State had to move on from him, because it's just, it sucks. That core was so amazing. Changed the game. Changed the way it's played with the threes. I've been a big fan of Golden State since the beginning, but unfortunately, this is business.
Right.
They got to move on. And I think it's best for him to have gone, especially, I'm glad he didn't go to the Lakers and his dad's upset and all that. You see,
right.
Here's a son that didn't make his father happy. He went to go play for Dallas. He's like, I want to go play for a team that's going to win.
Right. So, so I think both things can be true here, right? I think the Golden State Warriors did handle it correctly, right? They weren't going to sign him to a $100 million deal. They moved on from him, I think, correctly. And, try to set him up with the best situation possible. But I think also he has a right to be upset about this situation, because it wasn't just, Steph who changed the game. I mean, we're talking about somebody in Klay Thompson who is one of 2 players to make 10 3-pointers in a playoff game, right?
He had a 37-point third quarter once.
Right.
Like, he's had moments that he's done insane things.
Right.
So I get that. Definitely not just Steph.
Dare I say more of a knockdown shooter than Steph was at times in that run.
Yeah, I mean, overall, obviously, Steph is better, but you can't knock on Klay.
With that statement complete, I do think that he had qualities and he was good until he got hurt. As soon as he got hurt, all of a sudden he became a different player.
I mean, yeah,
and his game indeed.
Right, and it's also like a string of bad luck too, right? You tear the ACL, right, on an effort play in the finals. All right, cool. And then you're rehabbing, you're about to get back, and then you tear your Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Like back to back. The ACL is fairly routine at this point, right? Like we see top tier athletes come back and in some cases even be better than what they were before, right? You get a reconstructed ACL. Those things, it's different. Medical advancements is different nowadays. But the Achilles tendon is one of those things that we rarely, if ever, see, especially in basketball, an athlete come back, still all-star level, but not to superstar level they've had, they were in the past. So that's tough.
We're going to start this fall, try out his Achilles, and we'll see how that goes out a year after.
Right.
So Achilles injuries are stuff. They most definitely are. And I got to see if Blade really fits well with and how he can contribute to it. Last year he did threes at a 40% clip. He was a positive player. He hurt some amount of, and I think they need defensive play. That's what works.
I think you're gonna get the best out of him this year because he wants to show that he's not done. I think he's gonna give them what I said, the 3-point shooting they need. Had he been on the team, do they beat the Celtics? No. But it would have been closer. I think it would have been, you need that guy you can count on to make buckets.
Yeah, and
he's going to give you that.
As
a spot-up shooter for sure.
Right. A down year for Klay Thompson, which was like 19 points a game, 25 minutes or whatever it is, pretty damn good for everybody else. And that's what they need, right? And now he's not going to be asked to do as much as what he did in Golden State, right? Golden State's offense is all about motion off the ball, right? Continuous movement, finding the space. Here, he's going to be able to post up in a corner. They're going to pass him the ball and do what he does best. Knock him down.
He's basically Ray Allen.
Correct.
From the Heat.
Yes.
Perfect. That's what he's going to be.
Perfect analogy there.
But he can still, once in a blue moon, break you down too, because that's the beauty. He did have that before the injury. He'd get you that one-on-one. He'd get a score. But he will transition now to purely that.
Correct.
Spot up shooting. He's going to give you that.
And he's never had to do it, right? Because he never had to handle the ball, right? And be the main ball handler. And now you got 2 ball handlers that are going to open it up even more for him and give him more space. Yeah. So it's going to be, they're going to be fun to watch. I don't think this gets him any closer to a championship.
We have a loaded West.
Gauntlet.
They had a very good run. I don't think they'll be able to capture that. Once again, I said I think Oklahoma City, the Minnesotas, Denver's going to want to, it's going to be a
gauntlet,
another gauntlet of a Western Conference, but doesn't hurt. I think it's a great signing for them, and we'll see.
Let's see what happens. All right, moving on with our little rapid fire episode here. We're gonna jump right into it, man. UFC this weekend.
Hold on.
Whoa! Don't hold on me. Hey, and if you're outside, go back inside, closer to the modem. Get closer to the modem. Damn it.
Okay, if we're talking basketball, how can we not talk about the hottest and the most popular player in basketball right now?
Which is?
Caitlin Clark has got over 700,000 votes for the WNBA All-Star game. She set a record. How many votes the highest vote getter got last?
Yeah, she's popular.
Yeah.
She got 96,000.
Great White Hope.
She's got 700. Your girl Angel Reese picked up 50.
Angel Reese made it. It was good for her.
And now they're going to both play together in the All-Star game against the women's national team.
Nah.
That's going to be exciting.
Doesn't move the needle for me.
It should, because it put women's basketball at the forefront. It's become exciting. They're selling out some stadiums.
So it moves the needle for boomers like you, right? Understood. But the last time I watched a women's basketball game with any sort of intent, I was about 7.5 Keystone Lights deep in college. And, I don't really remember the game. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
No, they're great. I already saw a couple of the games where her and Angel Reese were getting at it. We've talked about this, but now that we're in the halfway point of the league, this just hasn't caught me. Sorry, guys.
I would agree. But
our ladies out there, I apologize.
But I'm gonna give Coach Emeritus here a little bit of rope, because I am sure he's one of those dudes that is, applying his Pythagorean theorem to the menstrual cycles of these women.
And I know why he's intrigued. Absolutely.
Oh, exactly. And by
we got to cover a 3-point spread tomorrow with making sure this girl,
correct. And by the end of the season, if this guy figures it out, we're gonna have to write his coattails. Unfortunately,
the new deep dive is the ladies basketball. We're switching out men's college basketball for the women's game.
It's getting really interesting over there. You can finally put the money down on him.
Angel Reese got another double-double. We're all waiting to know.
That's it.
She's on fire, 11 in a row. Even I know that.
I mean,
see, there you go.
Anywho,
moving right along.
Now to the squared. No, the octagon.
The octagon.
Sorry.
The octagon. There you go.
And the freaking kick heard around the world. Holy crap! I mean, like the dude's he's just another.
He's a cyborg.
He's not human.
No, he's crazy.
I mean, just think about it this way. Put it in perspective. The guy joins UFC at 35, turning 36 years old. Right? Has been in nonstop fighting every 2 to 3 months for two going on 3 years. The quickest to a undisputed championship, and then follows it up by getting a second undisputed championship in another weight class. And we might see a third from him because he's going to move up in another way because there's nobody in his
he's just
middleweight division now that can hang with him.
He's so tall. His knowledge of the stand-up game is so incredibly good that now he has a little bit of the defense against the takedown and things like that. That, man, it's fun to see him be this good into the later end of their career. Because honestly, he's at the end of a career.
Well, I mean, the thing is too, and there's not an end in sight here because he doesn't get hit. The last time he got hit with any sort of was Adesanya, the last time I can remember. Because everybody else, he's putting out people that put out people.
He is making short order of these fights, and with different. Now he showed his kicks. He's been showing power and his hands. So again, he's really rounding up his MMA.
What would you say? Who do you think is next for him then? That's worthy.
I mean, okay, you got Whitaker now that's back on the scene. Whitaker's a powerful puncher. Well, the problem, this guy thinks it's a problem. You got Volkanovski, but again, he's a short guy, long run. So again, Pereira's wrestling and punching power is all these guys. Only maybe the guy fight Jamal Goldberg or Jamal, guys that are light heavy.
Yeah, but
might be able to have size to be able to.
But even with Hill, I mean, he made quick work of Hill also in the last title fight. It's there we go. No, we're back. It's he's not even laboring. You get what I'm saying? It's quick work, and
Correct.
The only chance that you have to take him is if you get him on the ground, and good luck because you're gonna eat a haymaker and a leg to the side of the face while you're trying to do that.
He's gotten very good at the takedown defense, and he's just his hand speed, his power. It puts everything up at a second.
No, and then the crazy thing is light heavyweight might be his natural division. He put on over 25 pounds between weigh-in and the fight.
No. Yes. Okay. Yes and no. Remember, he's always fought at lighter level. And usually punchers lose their power as they go up in weight. So now, yes, he did Jamal Hill. He surprised him, got him with a good point. So we'll have to see what other contenders there are in the light heavyweight that could give him a fight.
I mean, I would love to see Pereira and what's his name? Wow. The one that's been suspended a few times.
Bones, not Bones.
Yeah, Bones Jones. But he's recovering from an injury, right? Like he's got like a shoulder injury that he's recovering from that he had to have surgery.
Isn't he heavyweight?
Recovering from a shoulder, some marijuana, some drinking. I mean, who knows what he's recovering from?
Instead of suspending you again, like just say that you had a shoulder injury, right?
Man, these guys, for all the fighting they do, they should be given a plethora of all types of drugs.
Well, I think they stopped testing for marijuana at this point.
Just all the pain these guys go through, they need it.
They said he gets caught in cities smoking and getting
100%. Yeah, man. Listen, I think like this is like we're gonna see this guy fight into his 40s. Like if he keeps on, going the way like he's already put himself in the.
If he wants to, it's all about money, and if he gets the money, I'm sure he'll last it. But
I mean, say it again.
It's not about money.
No,
it's about how his body can continue. If he does do like Frankie said, knocking people out early, that yes, he can last another year.
If you only need to be 3 or 4 minutes every match, and you don't get hit, you can last forever.
Correct. That's what I said.
But I'm saying, as great as you are, I'm saying you want to get paid though.
Listen, he's become the face of the MMA.
Yeah, but being the face of the MMA, hopefully he gets rewarded.
He is. No, he's getting good money. Trust me, he's headlined what 3 or 4 pay-per-views already.
100%.
Yeah,
that's big money.
3 out of like the last 7 or something.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean he's put himself in McGregor territory.
I want to talk real quick though, Gil, because you know more of this. The fight before that, one of the fighters was injured, and a guy had to take the fight like 20 minutes before, right? It was the co-main event.
Correct.
The kid that lost a lot of heart. I love the heart the kid had.
No, the other.
The guy who took the fight last minute.
That is a great fight.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. And he just gets on him and took it. But again, the Diego Lopez that is an up and I have him on the list that he was on my list. I was talking to the better half about it. Because I don't
Ego, right? What's his name? Ige? Ige?
It was Ige.
Dan Ige.
The shortest name you ever know. 6 letters total.
Dan Ige. Yeah, he was getting a massage.
He beat me, Mario Massa.
He was getting a massage 3 hours before.
You want to fight? You want to go co-main event? Get the biggest shot of your life?
Listen, when you think that's the paper that was going to be McGregor and then Jamal.
Correct. It was supposed to be even bigger.
They didn't want to knock down. Well,
yeah, he saved the card.
They did. Correct.
Because it was a good fight. I had never seen that guy, and I thought I just love the fact that these guys are like, yeah, I got nothing better to do. I'll take a fight. Let's go.
I mean,
you gotta love that.
It was the same thing. It was the same thing with Pereira. Like he took it on a week notice, and it was. Yeah. And you
gotta love that.
He was doing a conference in Australia. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. He didn't even do a fight.
Guys, I gotta go for a minute. I'm gonna go scrap this out
for a title defense of all things. So,
he isn't fighting.
I think we lost the Grizz here. But that I think that about does it for us, gentlemen. And
it's a short one.
It was a short one today. But I think shorty but a goodie. That's what she said. Sorry. There's a family show. Hey. So I think that about does it. We're gonna see how this came out. We're gonna post it. We're gonna send it out. Again, like always, we want your feedback. We want your we want your thoughts. We want you guys to be a part of the show. Send us a text, right? Description in the bio. There's the link right there. Have some fun with us. It's only going to get better from here, right? We're going to make it happen. I want to thank our sponsors, Prodigy Athletic Gear, and let's build upon.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep grinding.
Let's build upon this, gentlemen. 2 coaches, 1 Grizz. Out.
Peace.